We live in a world that constantly celebrates effort. From a young age, we are told to try, to give our best, and to put in effort, as if trying alone guarantees success. But the truth is that trying is no longer enough. In a society driven by results, impact, and measurable outcomes, simply trying has become the starting point, not the finish line. Trying is passive. It allows us to dip our toes into challenges without fully immersing ourselves in the commitment required to achieve real change. Commitment, on the other hand, demands more than effort. It demands focus, persistence, and an unwavering dedication to seeing a task through until the end, even when the path becomes difficult. When we say we are trying, we often give ourselves an out. Trying allows room for failure without accountability. We can say, "I tried my best," even if the results don't reflect effort that was sustained, intentional, or strategic. Commitment eliminates that escape hatch. It forces us to take responsibility for the outcomes of our actions. Committing to something means prioritizing it over distractions, refusing to settle for mediocrity, and relentlessly pursuing the goal, even when the process becomes uncomfortable or discouraging. The difference is subtle in language but enormous in practice. Trying is a momentary effort. Committing is a sustained journey. Committing also requires a shift in mindset. When we try, we often operate with uncertainty and hesitation. We dabble, we experiment, and we hope for results without fully dedicating ourselves. Commitment removes ambiguity. It replaces hope with intentionality and desire with action. Those who are truly committed do not wait for motivation to strike. They create it. They do not rely on fleeting inspiration. They cultivate discipline. Every setback becomes a lesson, every obstacle an opportunity to refine the approach, and every challenge a measure of resilience. In essence, commitment transforms effort into a force that drives tangible results. Another critical distinction lies in the emotional investment. Trying often comes with minimal risk because we guard ourselves against failure by keeping expectations low. Commitment, however, exposes us. It asks for courage, persistence, and vulnerability. Committing to something means we are putting ourselves on the line. It means that when we fail, we feel the sting more deeply, but that same intensity fuels growth. The discomfort of commitment is exactly what builds strength, skill, and character. In life, those who achieve remarkable success are rarely those who merely tried. They are those who committed fully, without reservation, to their vision, and worked tirelessly to bring it in reality. Finally, the impact of commitment extends beyond personal achievement. Commitment inspires those around us. People are drawn to individuals who demonstrate unwavering dedication because it signals reliability, integrity, and vision. Trying might show effort, but commitment shows leadership. When we commit, we create momentum not only for ourselves, but also for our teams, communities, and organizations. Our dedication becomes a catalyst for action, a blueprint that others can follow, and a reminder that results come not from wishing or hoping, but from persistent, intentional action. Trying is a first step, but it is not enough anymore. If we want to make a real difference, to achieve meaningful goals, and to leave a lasting impact, we must move beyond the safety of trying. We must commit. Commitment transforms ordinary effort into extraordinary achievement. It bridges the gap between intention and result and turns potential into reality. To truly succeed in any area of life, we must stop trying and start committing, fully, fearlessly, and relentlessly. If you want, I can expand the other 4 headings in the same style **, so you end up with a full 5-part motivational speech ready for delivery. Do you want me to do that next? Purpose is the invisible engine that drives extraordinary action. Without it, effort is directionless, energy is wasted, and accomplishments remain shallow. Many people work tirelessly, chase goals, and invest hours into tasks, yet they feel empty, unfulfilled, and frustrated. The missing ingredient is not effort or talent. It is purpose. Purpose transforms ordinary actions into meaningful results. It gives clarity to effort, focus to energy, and meaning to every challenge we face. When we act with purpose, we stop drifting through life reacting to circumstances and start shaping our own outcomes with intention. Purpose-driven action begins with understanding why we do what we do. It is not enough to know what we want. We must understand why it matters to us. Why are we pursuing this goal? Why does this challenge resonate with our values or vision? Without a clear answer, effort becomes mechanical, progress becomes shallow, and setbacks feel overwhelming. Purpose acts as a compass, guiding us through uncertainty, motivating us during hardship, and keeping us aligned when distractions arise. When our actions are rooted in a compelling why, every task, no matter how small, carries weight, and every step becomes a building block toward a larger vision. The power of purpose also lies in its ability to sustain resilience. Life is filled with obstacles, unexpected challenges, and moments of doubt. Anyone can try for a while when things are easy, but maintaining momentum during struggle requires a deeper source of motivation. Purpose provides that source. It reminds us why we started, connects us to the impact of our actions, and fuels determination when giving up seems tempting. When we act solely for recognition, reward, or external approval, motivation is fleeting. When we act with purpose, motivation becomes internal, consistent, and unshakable. Purpose transforms challenges into opportunities, setbacks into lessons, and failures into stepping stones. Purpose-driven action also amplifies effectiveness. Effort without direction can be exhausting and unproductive, but effort aligned with purpose is precise, strategic, and impactful. People who operate with purpose do not merely put in hours. They put in meaningful effort in the areas that truly move the needle. They make deliberate choices, prioritize what matters most, and eliminate distractions that do not serve their vision. Purpose allows us to focus on what is essential rather than being caught in the illusion of busyness. It transforms action from random movement into targeted momentum. Another dimension of purpose-driven action is its power to inspire others. When people see someone acting with clarity, conviction, and meaning, it sparks motivation, loyalty, and admiration. Purpose is contagious. Leaders, innovators, and change makers across history have achieved extraordinary outcomes not because of superior talent alone, but because their actions were driven by a clear, compelling purpose. When we act with purpose, we attract others who share our vision, creating a network of collaboration, encouragement, and collective impact. Purpose turns individual effort into a ripple effect that extends far beyond our immediate reach. Ultimately, purpose-driven action is the bridge between ambition and achievement. It ensures that our efforts are not wasted, that our goals are aligned with our values, and that our actions leave a lasting imprint. Purpose transforms effort from a mechanical task into a meaningful journey, from a fleeting attempt into a sustained mission, and from simple trying into committed action. When we operate with purpose, we do not just work harder. We work smarter with intention, clarity, and resolve. Purpose is more than a concept. It is a force that gives life to our efforts. It transforms ordinary work into extraordinary outcomes and fleeting ambition into lasting impact. To achieve true success, we must act with more than energy or talent. We must act with purpose. Purpose-driven action is what separates those who achieve their dreams from those who merely wish for them, and it is what ensures that our actions, no matter how small, create significance, meaning, and real change in the world. If you want, I can continue and expand ***, heading 3, Overcoming the Comfort Zone Trap, ***, in the same style so the speech keeps building momentum. Do you want me to do that next? The comfort zone is deceptively dangerous. It is a place that feels safe, familiar, and predictable, yet it is also a place where growth, progress, and real achievement rarely occur. Most people unknowingly settle into routines that make life comfortable, avoiding discomfort at almost any cost. The problem is that while comfort may feel secure, it is also limiting. The very habits and patterns that create ease in life often become invisible chains, holding us back from reaching our full potential. To achieve meaningful goals, create impact, and live a life of significance, we must learn to recognize and overcome the comfort zone trap. The comfort zone is seductive because it protects us from fear, failure, and uncertainty. Within it, we can operate on autopilot, repeating familiar behaviors and achieving predictable results. The danger is that familiarity breeds complacency. When we stay within our comfort zone, we trade growth for security, risk for predictability, and potential for mediocrity. It is easy to mistake comfort for progress, but true achievement requires movement into the unfamiliar, the challenging, and the uncomfortable. Growth is never found in ease. It is found in pushing boundaries, facing uncertainty, and daring to take steps that feel risky or intimidating. Stepping outside the comfort zone requires courage. It means confronting fear head-on, embracing the possibility of failure, and accepting that discomfort is part of the process. Fear is often the indicator that we are on the right path because it signals that we are challenging ourselves and expanding our capacity. People who consistently achieve extraordinary results do not avoid fear, they harness it. They use it as a guide to identify areas for growth and as a fuel to propel themselves forward. Overcoming the comfort zone is not about eliminating fear. It is about refusing to let fear dictate the limits of what we are willing to attempt. Another essential aspect of overcoming the comfort zone is embracing uncertainty. Predictable routines give us the illusion of control, but life's most transformative opportunities often appear when we step into the unknown. Taking risks, experimenting with new approaches, and challenging long-held assumptions are all uncomfortable by nature. Yet they are critical for innovation, growth, and achievement. The path to success is rarely linear or easy. It is filled with setbacks, adjustments, and unknown variables. By embracing uncertainty rather than avoiding it, we open ourselves to possibilities that remain hidden to those who cling to comfort. Discipline and consistency also play a vital role in breaking free from the comfort zone. It is not enough to occasionally step outside it. Sustained growth requires deliberate, repeated action. Each small act of courage, each risk taken, and each moment of persistence builds resilience and expands our capacity. Over time, what was once uncomfortable becomes manageable, and the boundaries of our potential continue to stretch. The key is to view discomfort not as a threat, but as a signal that we are moving in the right direction. Every step beyond comfort is an investment in personal growth, confidence, and achievement. Finally, overcoming the comfort zone has a profound impact not only on personal success, but also on influence and leadership. Individuals who refuse to be confined by familiarity inspire those around them. They demonstrate that growth is possible, that challenges can be overcome, and that real progress requires courage. By stepping into discomfort, we model resilience, initiative, and commitment. We show others that the life worth living is not one of ease, but of purpose, effort, and courage. The comfort zone is a trap, but it is one we can escape with awareness, courage, and persistence. Growth, achievement, and fulfillment lie on the other side of discomfort. To live a life of significance, we must step beyond safety, challenge ourselves consistently, and embrace the unknown. Success is not built in comfort. It is forged in the moments when we push past hesitation, face fear, and refuse to settle for the familiar. The only way to achieve extraordinary results is to move beyond what is easy and venture into what is possible. I can continue with *** heading for consistency, the hidden ingredient of success, *** next, keeping it in the same 600-word motivational style. Consistency is often overlooked in a world obsessed with shortcuts, instant results, and overnight success. People admire talent, brilliance, and breakthroughs, yet they underestimate the quiet, relentless power of showing up day after day. Consistency is the hidden ingredient that separates those who dream from those who achieve. It is the bridge between intention and accomplishment, the invisible force that transforms small actions into extraordinary outcomes. While talent and effort can make a difference in bursts, it is consistent, deliberate action over time that creates lasting impact. To be consistent means to commit to a course of action and follow through, regardless of circumstances, mood, or external validation. It is not glamorous, and it rarely produces immediate recognition, but it compounds over time. Just as drops of water can eventually carve through stone, repeated, focused effort gradually produces results that appear almost magical to an outside observer. The most successful individuals in history, athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, and leaders, achieved greatness not solely because of innate talent, but because they were relentless in their practice, learning, and application. They understood that brilliance without persistence is fleeting, while persistence without brilliance eventually leads to mastery. Consistency also builds credibility and trust, both with ourselves and with others. When we consistently act in alignment with our goals and values, we reinforce our own confidence and demonstrate reliability to those around us. Habits, routines, and repeated actions create a foundation for long-term growth. Without consistency, even the best strategies, plans, or intentions can collapse under the weight of irregular effort. By contrast, consistent action creates momentum. Each small step builds on the last, creating a trajectory that becomes difficult to derail, no matter how challenging the environment may be. Another critical aspect of consistency is its role in overcoming obstacles. Life is unpredictable, and setbacks are inevitable. Talent and effort can be derailed by one failure, but consistency transforms failure into a learning opportunity. When we commit to showing up day after day, we develop resilience and endurance. We begin to understand that progress is not linear, that challenges are temporary, and that the results we seek are the product of sustained, disciplined effort rather than isolated moments of brilliance. Consistency allows us to endure, adapt, and grow, even in the face of adversity. Consistency also shapes our identity and mindset. When we act consistently, we internalize the habits, values, and behaviors that define the person we want to become. Every repeated action reinforces who we are at a core level. By consistently prioritizing improvement, accountability, and focus, we gradually transform effort into character. This is why those who achieve extraordinary results often speak of discipline, habits, and persistence rather than luck or innate skill. Success becomes less about a single action and more about the identity formed through consistent practice. Furthermore, consistency amplifies the power of compounding. Small, deliberate actions may seem insignificant on a daily basis, but over months and years, they accumulate into monumental outcomes. Learning a skill, building a business, improving health, or nurturing relationships all require steady effort. Sporadic bursts of action cannot compete with the exponential results produced by consistent dedication. The secret to lasting success is not in intensity alone, but in regularity, reliability, and unwavering commitment to the process. Ultimately, consistency is the hidden ingredient that transforms potential into achievement. It turns ideas into realities, effort into mastery, and intention into results. While talent, creativity, and opportunity play a role, it is consistent action that ensures progress, builds resilience, and creates impact over time. Those who understand this principle learn to embrace the daily grind, the repetition, and the small victories, knowing that each step forward is a step closer to their ultimate goals. Consistency is not flashy, but it is unstoppable. It is the quiet force behind every lasting success story, and it is available to anyone willing to commit to showing up, day after day, without fail. I can now expand ***, heading 5, turning passion into results. ***, in the same style to complete your full motivational speech. Passion is a powerful force. It is the spark that ignites creativity, fuels perseverance, and drives us to pursue our dreams with energy and enthusiasm. Yet, passion alone is not enough. Many people feel deeply about something, invest emotion and excitement into it, but never translate that energy into tangible results. Passion is the starting point, the motivation that awakens potential, but results require more than feeling inspired. They demand action, discipline, and a deliberate strategy. Turning passion into results means bridging the gap between desire and achievement, transforming what excites us into something that produces real impact. The first step in turning passion into results is clarity. Passion without direction can be scattered, leaving us busy but unproductive. To harness passion effectively, we must identify specific goals that align with our interests and strengths. What exactly do we want to accomplish? How will we measure success? By defining the destination, passion becomes purposeful energy, guiding our efforts and keeping us focused. Without clarity, enthusiasm can be wasted on distractions, detours, or fleeting projects, leaving us frustrated and unfulfilled despite our dedication. Action is the essential bridge between passion and results. Feeling inspired is easy. Acting consistently is hard. Those who transform their passion into achievement understand that results come from deliberate steps taken every day, no matter how small. Passion without follow-through is like a fire that burns brightly for a moment and then dies out. Results require turning excitement into effort, ideas into plans, and motivation into persistence. Each task completed, each skill honed, and each challenge faced is a building block in the construction of tangible outcomes. The process is rarely glamorous, but it is essential. Passion without action is wasted energy, while action fueled by passion creates momentum, resilience, and progress. Discipline and resilience are equally critical. Passion can inspire us, but it cannot prevent setbacks, obstacles, or failures. The journey from passion to results is often filled with challenges that test commitment and determination. Discipline allows us to maintain consistent effort even when enthusiasm wanes, while resilience ensures that temporary failures do not derail long-term goals. Those who succeed are not always the most naturally gifted or most passionate. They are the ones who combine passion with disciplined effort and an unyielding refusal to give up. The road to meaningful results is paved with repeated action, learning from mistakes, and continually adjusting strategies to stay aligned with goals. Another key aspect of turning passion into results is leveraging focus and prioritization. Passion can pull us in many directions at once, tempting us to chase every exciting idea or opportunity. To convert passion into meaningful outcomes, we must focus on what truly matters and dedicate our energy to high-impact actions. Saying no to distractions, simplifying processes, and concentrating on consistent, purposeful effort allows our passion to work for us rather than against us. Focus channels energy into results, turning raw enthusiasm into measurable achievement. Finally, turning passion into results requires embracing impact beyond ourselves. Passion that produces results not only fulfills personal ambition, but also creates value for others. When we align what we love with actions that solve problems, inspire people, or contribute to a larger purpose, our efforts gain meaning and momentum. Results are amplified when passion serves a purpose, creating outcomes that are visible, influential, and lasting. This transformation from feeling to action, from inspiration to tangible achievement, is what separates dreamers from doers, wishers from change makers. Passion is the fuel, but results are the vehicle. To achieve greatness, we must do more than feel excited or dream vividly. We must channel energy into deliberate action, maintain discipline in the face of challenges, focus on what truly matters, and align our efforts with a purpose that extends beyond ourselves. Turning passion into results is not automatic. It is intentional, demanding, and often uncomfortable. Yet those who master this transformation unlock the most powerful combination in life. The joy of doing what they love and the satisfaction of seeing it create real, lasting impact. Passion becomes more than feeling. It becomes achievement, legacy, and success.